What's up, guys? The Dunn Townn Show. We're back, episode 5. Man, time's flying by. We had an amazing day today. It's Saturday. It's the day of our Bumwine tour. Okay, so we're coming off the Bumwine tour, and we're back with another episode for you here. And we had a pretty good week in the shop, man. I'll be honest. We were able to get some stuff done on the Blazer, get a few things figured out, a few little odds and ends ordered up, and pretty much got it ready to go for this coming week. Super Bowl weekend, man. Super Bowl's tomorrow, so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And then we're going to go over some NBA, some Lakers. We're going over that tonight, guys. It's a saucy day. It's a little bit of a hot show tonight. Forgive me if I'm a little bit wound up. Okay? We had a good day out there. Shout out OCMGA. Where's my dogs at? We'll get into the MGA segment here towards the end of the podcast here, into the show. But yeah, we had a good week in the shop. Check us out, guys. Outcast Services on YouTube, Outcast Services LLC on Instagram. We might be going covert, guys. Might be going undercover. No, we're going to try and jump in with another shop, guys, and take on a little bit of work with them. Again, they've got a lot of welding and stuff over there, and we want to go and make our presence known, okay? Because Outcast can do that. One thing is, I'm not cocky, I'm not none of that, but I'm confident that if you ask me for your help and you need some help on a project, I'm gonna show up and show out. And I have a lot of people that I work with. They don't work for me, I don't work for them, but I work with these people. They're my community, they're my network, they're my net that's out there. I've got some good guys, and we can get a lot of stuff done for you in a pretty timely manner, and I can do a lot of stuff myself. So give us a call, give us a shout, give us a hello, and we'll be there for you. Outcast Services LLC on Instagram, and message us there, guys, and chop it up, see what's up. If you found us through the podcast, thank you. That's amazing. That's great. Tax season's approaching, guys. Straight up, not something I was looking forward to. I've done my taxes myself, actually, the past few years. And I went ahead and I took the time to do them myself again this year for my own business. And obviously with some help doing it online, with like an automated program where obviously if you have a question, you can reach out right there. So I'm not no tax wizard. I'm not, I'm not the Statue of Liberty standing on the corner with the big sign, No, that ain't me. But I did do my taxes. I got them out of the way. See, I got lucky because I had all my forms already sent to me. Okay? The contractors I worked with sent them to me. My bookkeeping system that I use was already done and up to date, ready to go for this year. And basically anything I needed, my bank statements, everything had already come in the mail and was ready to go. So I was like, well, why am I going to just wait? You know what? Let's face the music, pay the piper. So we did. And we got our taxes done, dude. And it turned out to be okay. Whatever. It's part of living in the great United States here. We got to do our taxes, especially in California, where you really got to do your taxes. So besides that, we're grinding along. We're moving along, guys. We got some electrical nightmare coming up. We got an electrical nightmare under the dash of the K5 Blazer. So be ready to watch a miraculous recovery, if you will. Because it's a shit show under there, dude. I'm not excited about it I'm not excited that it was like that for as long as it was, okay? But I'm excited that I get to fix it because I enjoy doing that. I really do. You know what? Bring me the hardest of hard electrical nightmare, because worst case scenario, I'll just pull it all out and install a brand new harness, which is going to save you headache, time, money, and it's going to look even more badass. And you know, it's a brand new system. It's a brand new kit. Okay? You want a $50,000 hot rod with shitty wiring in it? Or do you want a $60,000 hot rod? Period. Spend the extra money. Get the hot rod where you want it to go. I'm not saying it's going to cost you 10 grand, but I'm just saying, you know, it's something that's non-replaceable. You could argue cost when it comes to like, what tires should I get, which rims should I get, which windshield wipers should I get, what door handles look better, chrome or black, okay? But when it comes to your electrical, like, your rig's going to burn down on the side of the highway when you're least expected, on the worst day at the worst time, okay? Seriously. So yeah, that's kind of the thing, is it's I guess it's fun to have a passion for something that kind of ends up being like a safety issue for a lot of this stuff, because it's like, dude, you don't want to do it. It needs to be done. I like to do it. I know what to do. I know how to make it. I know how to leave it. Let's get together and boogie. So, you know, it's one of those things, guys. Let's move right into the next topic, because we're going to get off of the shop talk here and go right into it. Saturday night, we had the MGA tournament today, Bumwine Tour. Absolutely had a fucking blast with that today. Okay? Absolutely had a blast. We're going to get right into the MGA Tour. We're going to do the MGA talk today first before we do any of the sports talk or anything else. Just makes sense because we're coming off of it. What a great day, guys. Got down there to probably around 8:30 this morning. Met up with some of the guys right away. It's hugs and kisses every time, man. It's the best. And I mean that like in a literal sense, but it's like we literally hug each other. How you been? Like, you know, even if you just seen each other, it starts to become a brotherhood. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. That's the part I probably like the most, is just like how cool you can be. You know, the very, very, very first time I ever stepped foot into the MGA arena was at the Hartwell Golf Course in Long Beach for the Bumwine. An absolutely stunner of a show. So today was a great turnout. Beautiful weather. You know, I love my weather. No rain, no wind, no nothing. I don't know. I think we ended up having probably right around 20-some guys, 22 guys right in there. Probably 20 to 22 guys. Several new guys, a bunch of rookies. We had rookies on the tour today. Okay? New guys joining up. See? Maybe the word's getting out. Alright? I got a correction today that I'm very, very thankful that I got, because it's like I didn't do a lot of research. I was just throwing it out there for you. So again, if you'd like to join the MGA, please go to mgatour.com. mgatour.com. mgatour.com is where you can sign up, find chapters, everything. mgatour.com. There it is. Now you know. Okay? We're into episode 5, dude. You're going to fail the midterm if you don't get MGA Tour and get over and sign up for one of the local chapters there. Absolute blast. Bumwine Tour 2024. So we had a list of wines that we had to drink. There was 8 total wines that we had to drink. And I guarantee you we were drinking a little bit of the beer and stuff we had ourselves. You know, some of the stuff we brought with us was definitely getting guzzled down. Let me go over the list of wines we had here for the Bumwine Tour 2024 for the MGA. Number 1 was Boone's Farms Mountain Berry. Number 2 was Tisdale Chocolate Red Wine. It was good. MD 2020 Dragon Fruit. We had a Lambrusco Rose. Okay. It was carbonated. It wasn't the worst thing. Still had a little bit of the morning cool temperature on it. So I'm sure the last group would have, easy guys. I was in group 2 today. Hey, no last group. No last group. We complained we don't want to be in the last group anymore. And shout out, guys. Way to stick me in group 2, a real powerful group. I'll get into my group here in a little bit. But after you had the Dragon Fruit Mad Dog 2020 and the Lambrusco, you went right into the Gallo Sweet Pineapple. I tell you what, guys. We're taking like these little Dixie cup, paper cup full shots. And we're topping them off, group 2. And we're just going right at them. And these are tasting terrible. And I think the first shot we took was at 9. Or we teed off at 9:08. So probably by 9:15 we were getting into this list. So you hit out the gate. You had Boone's Farms. You had the Chocolate Red. You had the Mad Dog 2020. You had the Lambrusco Rose. You had the Gallo Sweet Pineapple. Another Mad Dog 2020 Grapefruit. Okay. Another one, red grape wine. Another Mad Dog, Blue Raz. Okay, then you had the Boone Strawberry Daiquiri. Not good, guys. They weren't good. It's funny though, because like you walk up and it's like, all right, cool. We're gonna walk up. We're gonna do this. Next hole is gonna be blah, 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 maybe closest to the pin or whatever, and then there's just that bottle sitting there, dude, staring you down, and it's like, and you got to kind of take it. You got to take it. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to sign up for the Bum Wine Tour, at least take a shot of the wine, even if it's just a little sip. None of that stuff has enough alcohol in it to really get you twisted, even though I was starting to feel it a little bit, dude. I'm not kidding you. What did we got? By the time we got to the, what was it? Let's get over here. Was it the chocolate one? Yeah. So we started off with Mountain Berry, okay? Thinking, all right, whatever, Boone's Farm. It's like, Kool-Aid-y kind of. It's like a little, tastes like Kool-Aid, but it ain't. Got through that. And then the Chocolate Red just was like, oof, it was brutal after that. I was slamming some Michelob Ultra tall cans to try to kind of wash it down. 2 tall cans just to get that Chocolate Red. Anyway, so we're going to move right on. Not a lot of water was served throughout the tournament today. Even though a few guys found the water with their golf ball, there wasn't a lot of water consumed. I'm sure some guys had some. I did have some water on my ride home. So we tried to hydrate after the tournament. That's what led us to here. Way to go, guys. Good job. Anyway, so I had a great group today, guys. Dino, Keith, Jamie, and Tim. Okay? 4 really cool dudes. Dino played great music, and he had the absolute baddest cart buggy you've ever seen. This thing was literally the Bad Boy, made by Bad Boy, and it had everything, dude. It had cigar holder, ball holder, cup holder, radio holder. You name it. It had a seat, okay? His little push behind 3-wheeler, so you didn't have to lift the front wheel. You just kind of cruise along. You cruise the course, tee off, grab your buggy and roll. Jammed out some really good music all day. I thoroughly enjoyed it. He was playing like a techno rap rock music mix that was just like continuous. It never stopped. Badass. Shout out to Dino. Keith, great guy. Okay. Blue balls. Okay. Keith had blue balls. Great player. And I tell you what, he probably had the Sunday bag of the day. He had the little golf bag of the day. Great little bag. Put 5 or 6 clubs in there. Throw it over your shoulder. They're all held right in there. It holds a couple balls, couple tees, whatever, And you walk the course. You pull the club you want. You set your little dilly down. You hit your ball. Pick your bag up and keep rolling. Didn't seem to have an issue. Had a lot of style behind it. Okay. pretty good striker of the golf ball too, if I might add. Shout out Keith. Moving on, Jamie. Jamie, you were in my group, dude. Shout out to Jamie, one of my real good friends here at the league. Probably had the best shot on the 18th. You know, had a nice long putt. Had a real nice long putt, probably a 10, 12-foot putt. Just sank that bad boy, you know. Gave it the Tiger Woods fist pump and looked real good as he did it. You know, the guy's a battler. Speaking of battles, he started his day off in the parking lot and apparently got nearly into a brawl. Him and another one of the MGA guys were in the parking lot, you know, just hanging out. They had parked with this parking spot between the two cars, and they're just there talking, no big deal. Guy pulls in, you know, acting pretty impatient, kind of ran his mouth a little bit, you know, kind of like, hey, was it so hard to close your door so someone else can park? I work here, brother, you know. That's the short version of what. But good shout out to Jamie, dude. Jamie will probably knock that dude clean out. So don't mess with Jamie. And then Tim, I guess he was on the he's a bum wine connoisseur. That's me. Shout out to me. I had a good time, guys. So Dino, Keith, Jamie, love you guys. Thank you guys. What a great round today. I'm not sure what I scored because I just went out and had a good time, hit the ball around a little bit, drank some really, really good expensive high-end wine, and got to know everybody a little bit more as we move into a brand new season of the MGA, which is fucking A, dude. Let's go, guys. Next tournament, Rebel Beach AM. It's the Rebel Beach AM 24, and it's Saturday, March 16th at 8 a.m. So if you want to join ours, okay, register as a guest. Okay, go to ocmga.com and register as a guest. Otherwise, MGA Tour. We talked about this. Go to the MGA Tour and find out what's going on, and then get back to me. Okay? I'm excited, guys. Registration closes March 2nd, 2024. So get on there. Get after it. Sign up. Okay? You need a partner. So start talking to your buddies. Jamie. Okay? What's up, dude? I need to know, bro. All other chapters, if you want, hit us up. If you're listening to this and you're a part of another chapter and you guys would like to maybe do a Top Golf or a night at a range or even a tournament where we merge and do like a giant, massive tournament, great. Reach out. You can reach out to me through the podcast. And then I will reach out to the appropriate members, okay? Matt Bigham, our VP, or Ken Carlson, our president. We can do that. We can talk to them guys and get some stuff set up because I think it'd be kind of fun to kind of like, battle some of the other leagues throughout the year so that when we go to the World Championship, it's kind of like, hey, dude, remember when we kicked your ass at Dos Lagos, bro? You know? Have a little something on them. You know, maybe our chapter versus your chapter, you know, like a 2v2, but each cart is like 2 guys from this chapter, 2 guys from that chapter, so it's just bam, baby. Yeah, air hockey style. That'd be fun. I'd like to look into that. I got a little shout-out list here for some of the MGA guys and some of the supporters of my show here. So thank you guys very much. This is just a short list. There's obviously more of you guys that are liking it and starting to follow and get more involved. But a few people that have just like jumped right off the gate and have just been right there, front door. Welcome, Matt. You know, bang, bang, let's go. Von Jammers, at Von Jammers. Okay, on Instagram. Check them out. Jamie, thank you. At Ham's Backyard Barbecue, Matt Bigham. Thank you, brother. Thanks for the support. I do appreciate you. Doubles or Nothing Golf. Doubles or Nothing Golf. Also on Instagram. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, sir. One of my real good friends. Thank you, Aaron. Still Golfing 87. Thank you for the support. Thank you for following me and supporting the show here, bro. Okay? We need you guys out here. And Carrie3446, thank you very much for the support. You're always reposting our stories and showing us love there, even for our Outcast business, Gringo Golf, whatever it is, a longtime supporter. So thank you very much. You guys head over and check out those people's Instagram. Follow each other, like each other, support each other, and next thing you know, we're moving forward, okay? We're moving forward, guys. So thank you again. Von Jammers, Ham's Backyard Barbecue, Doubles or Nothing, Still Golfing 87, and Carry 3446. Thank you, guys. It's coming up on, guys, tomorrow. Okay, the big game. We know what it is. We're going to get right into that. We do want to talk a little bit of Lakers before we get into the Super Bowl. I think we're going to close down with a little bit of football tonight, if you guys don't mind. Okay, I went ahead and put the MGA in there before the NFL or anything else. So I don't want to hear no, hey, dude, MGA's last, huh? No, you're right up in the front, brother. So let's get right into the keeper sweep segment, because what that'll do is that'll just go ahead and let us keep on rolling. It'll be a nice little transition for you, because I know that was a lot of golf news. A lot of, excitement here. It was muddy out on the course today, too. I noticed that, man. There was no golf carts allowed, so everybody had to walk it. So you had to walk and either rent the buggy. And it's cool, the buggy's only $5, and it's not like you got to sign your life away or none of that. So, yeah, we got out there and we got after it, dude. We had a really good time. Go on right now. Instagram, let's see, it would be on the Gringo Golf. Okay, shout out Gringo Golf. Here it is. This is the logo you're looking for right here. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it. Okay, see it on my sweater? That's the logo you're looking for. That's the Instagram you want to find, and that's where you can see some really fun golf highlights of the MGA and a few things that go down as I post throughout the day, because I like to post stuff on that. Gringo Golf, that's me, Timoteo Miguel Dunn. And check it out, guys. Follow me. Shit. Follow everything I do. Why not? And keep or sweep segment. All right. Now, this one's going to be sports related, and it's going to be related to the fact that we are sweeping the price of sports seating, the sports parking, the food, the drink, the beer, everything. Okay? I mean, and that might be like a little bit ridiculous to sweep that, because it's like, all right, if that goes away, then, where's the revenue? Okay, well then stop paying these quarterbacks and these pitchers and these batters and these people hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, because I don't want a $35 hot dog. I can't afford a $35 hot dog, a $25 beer. You walk up to the thing and you look at the prices, and at the very bottom it says financing available. I'm done, dude. I'm done. Okay? I don't want to have to go to an Angels game. All right? Oh, look, great. Parking was $10. Cool. Oh, I got my ticket for $25 a seat. All right, cool. I'll just go up to the Budweiser Lounge and hang out. Yeah, I don't really feel like drinking beer tonight. Maybe get a mixed drink. Cool. Hey, yeah, I'd like 2 Jack and Cokes and a pretzel. Okay. Did you want to make those a double shot? No, I don't want to make them a double shot. Let's just start off regular. Let's just see where. Okay, 2 Jack and Cokes and a pretzel. Now, did you want cheese with that? Yeah, I want fucking cheese with my pretzel, dude. How much? That'll be $79.98. $80 for 2 Jack and Cokes and a fucking pretzel? Okay? Financing available is right. It's ridiculous. NBA's the worst as far as seats go, but a beer and a hot dog for $2,000 isn't going to work for me. So, we're out. We're out. Sorry, Dodgers. You won't see me in your stands this summer unless I'm there on like a full ride, or like They need to start doing like a scholarship type program or like a membership. You pay like $250 in the beginning of the year, but when you go to the stadium, it's like beers are $2, hot dogs are $2, and like you get this pass, and they're gonna say, well, no, we'll lose money. Well, no, not really, because if the average person pays $250 in the beginning of the year, thinking, oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna go to at least fucking 6 Dodgers games. No, you're not. Okay? No, you're not. And you spent $250, and when you do go, okay, good for you. You get to pick off of their select menu for the the $250 a year members club or whatever, and there's select items. But as soon as you go off of that, cling clunk, they got you. Bing boom. So we're sweeping the price of everything to do with stadiums, from parking to eating to sitting to drinking to everything. Everything is too expensive. Dial it back. Sports and entertainment, it's something of the people. We want to be able to go to sports and entertainment venues and not get, how can I word this without getting too vulgar? But we don't want to be bent over, dude, okay? We don't want to be bent over. We want to go enjoy it, okay? I want a giant Hebrew National with everything on it, a tall can, okay? Maybe a little bottle of, what do we got here? Purified water? Maybe a little bottle of purified water. Okay? So I get those 3 items right there. I don't want to hear no $48.50. $48.50? For what? For my hot dog, my beer, and my water? $48.50? Well, sir, tall cans are now $18. I mean, then they're going to go down. I get it that it added up to that much. Okay, 3 items at a certain amount. I'm out. I'm out, dude. I'm pissed off. I remember I went to a Dodgers game with my wife. We were fortunate enough to get some really, really good parking. Blah, blah. Had tickets to get in, our seats, the whole bit. So we roll up in there. No big deal. Cool. Like, all right, you know what? Like me, I like the Angels. Like, straight up, go to watch baseball. I'm an Angels fan. I like the Angels, but I'm not a big, heavy, diehard baseball watcher. You know what I mean? But when I went to the Dodgers game with my wife, because she likes the Dodgers, we get up in there, and I'm like, all right, cool, we'll buy a hat. And you think, like, all right, a hat's like maybe $42.99 or what. Like, they're a little more even than your typical, like, stopping at Lids or wherever to get a hat. So you expect that, right? But why is a fucking tall can of Dos Equis $14.99? Okay, a can of Miller Lite is like $12 or $13. It's like, dude, what are we doing, bro? And it cuts down on like the amount that people are gonna drink, because if beers are $2, everybody's gonna be. I get it, and that does make sense, and it's true, but it's almost kind of like if somebody's going to drink and they're a drinker, they're going to drink and they're a drinker. And if someone's only going to have a beer or 2, they're only going to have a beer or 2. Like, but then that guy who has a beer or 2 or wants to finally, his first Dodger game, he goes out, he's like, cool, whatever. He walks up there, not even really realizing it. Hey, let me get a tall can and a pretzel. $31? What? What are we doing, dude? All right, so we're sweeping pretty much everything to do with sports arenas. Fucking pisses me off. All right, so Lakers-Denver, guys. Let's get into the Lakers-Denver the other night. 2/8/24, it was Kobe night, Kobe day. Big day for the Lakers. Badass statue unveiling. That whole aspect of the day was awesome. I can't really speak much on it because I don't have any credentials to really speak on it other than as a fan. I thought it was really badass, and I'm excited that it was received the way it was. I didn't hear no hate. I didn't hear nothing about anything about it. I was disappointed though that we didn't win that that game that night. The basketball game against Denver. It was disappointing. I felt like we didn't have the energy. We came out a little flat. Austin Reeves came out super flat. There was some defense throughout the game, but I don't feel like it was a very defensive mindset from the Lakers. That to me, that was a tough game. It wasn't even that we lost or whatever, just the day that it was our first game back after being on the road. Just really, really would have liked to have seen it. Denver 114, LA 106. You know, it was tough, but we obviously battled back. You know, we battled back a little bit and came within, I believe, 2 points in the fourth quarter, and we could have easily. I thought we were going to squeak out a win. I really did. I thought we were going to squeak out a win at the end there, and then just pretty much threw the brakes on. You know, threw the parachute. It was done, and then they came and they stomped us. I mean, you know, they ended up beating by 8 points, and like I said, it was a tough start. Austin Reeves had a poor performance in the first half. He ended up having 15 points and 3 3-pointers, 10 assists. LeBron James played for 35 minutes, had 9 field goals, 2 threes, and 25 points. Anthony Davis played for 38 minutes, had 14 field goals and 32 points. You know, Denver, they had a couple of top scorers. Michael Porter Jr. had 27. Nikola Jokic had 24 points, and Jamal Murray had 29. So some of the scoring that I saw out of Denver was pretty consistent. It was a lot of high energy. They were scoring fast. They didn't hesitate. More or less, basically maybe a pass, maybe 2 passes, and they were already shooting. So it was very, very boom, 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 boom. It was pretty quick. You know, so I guess good on them. You know, they played well. They always play hard. They knew what night it was. So they did what they had to do. The next day, we had a back-to-back games, so we had to play the Pelicans again the next day. And then it's like we come out with the energy. I don't know if the energy was different or it's just the opponent was so much different. But when we played against the Pelicans, it was like that was the game, or that was the script, or that was the energy, or whatever that we were supposed to have against Denver. I wish the games, if we had to lose a game out of 2 games, I wish the games could have been maybe flipped a little bit. But with that being said, we did play pretty well against the Pelicans. 7:30 on Friday at the Crypto. It was 139 LA, New Orleans 122, and the top scorers for Los Angeles were D'Lo. He had 40 minutes and 30 points. Austin Reeves had 31 minutes for 27 points. LeBron James 38 minutes for 21 points. Anthony Davis 29 minutes for 20 points. Okay, Hachimura again filling in for Vanderbilt had 37 minutes for 21 points. Guys, that's why we won the game. It wasn't so much that it was ultra defensive. It wasn't that we dominated and made an incredible amount of blocks and steals. It was just that we scored and scored well. Okay? We scored and we scored well. Everybody was right up there. LeBron James and Anthony Davis did score a little under their average right now, with only right around 21 points apiece, but still. They had a supporting cast with AR and Austin Reeves for 31 minutes at 27 points. That's a good turnout. And Hachimura stepping up. So the Pelicans, their top scorers were Zion Williams, who had 30 points, and Brandon Ingram, who had 22 points, who we obviously had Brandon Ingram at one point on the Lakers. Great. He's a good player. But he's another one where as soon as they don't have the Laker jersey on, they start balling out. My biggest fear was, because we didn't end up trading anybody by the trade deadline, we didn't get rid of Austin Reeves, we didn't get rid of D'Lo, we didn't get rid of Hachimura, we did okay there, guys. it's interesting when they go to another team, the way they play or how good they play. And then when they come to the Lakers, it changes a little bit. I don't want to burn that horse down or burn that house down or whatever they say. I don't want to beat that horse or burn that house down, but I'm telling you, some guys light it up when they come on the Lakers. But a lot of them, they don't really, really light it up and get crazy until they're off the Lakers. And that's why some of them, it's out of their control. I seen a fluidness. I seen like a hype. I seen some like a good energy. I seen like a, what is that? Like a confidence out of D-Lo. I really, really did. Like I could see it, and like he was like, you know, looser on the core and like, you know, hey, yeah, nudging other players and being a lot more like, hell yeah, this is my team. They're not trading me. I don't have to relocate my friends, my fam, whatever his story. Like, you're good, dude. You're good. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you should be there for a while. So again, that was cool. Good bounce back. Okay. So what are we at, guys? We won. What did we win? 3. We had Boston, we had New York, we had Charlotte, then we lost there, so to Denver, and now we won against the Pelicans, right? Not a bad run into our little 10-game prediction that we have coming out of episode 1, right? So let's keep going here, guys. The next game for the Lakers is against the Bad Boy Pistons. Are they the Bad Boy Pistons anymore? I wonder if down there, like in Detroit or wherever they're at, do they still say that? Are they still the Bad Boys? Are we still the Lake Show? We're gonna see if the Lake Show can take on the Bad Boy Pistons Tuesday, February 13th at 7:30 p.m. That's gonna be an interesting game because I'm gonna tell you guys one thing right now. Keep an eye out for the energy, the stats, the strategic game schedule, and everything. Now that NFL is going to end this weekend for the NBA, they're going to try to dominate. They want it. They want those slots. They want, if it was Sunday night football, they want that slot Monday night, Thursday night. Keep an eye out. They're going to fill those slots with some really good games. So we're excited for that. Lakers Pistons Tuesday, February 13th, 7:30 p.m. Don't miss it. The game predictor, Los Angeles Lakers 82% over Detroit 18% to win. So they're really putting the Lakers way, way up there, guys. They're putting the Lakers way up there, okay? It's not me. But like we've seen before, anything can happen in any game. Shit. Some craziest stuff happen. I kind of like those really, really large margins like that. And I'll bet you if I went on right now and typed it in, Anthony Davis and LeBron are probably both a game time decision. Let's see, who else? I don't really remember seeing like any like ankle rolls or anything where it could be too much of a possibility that I could think of anyone else that might not play. But Anthony Davis and LeBron James, it's like their weekly thing or their nightly thing. All right, game time decision, but we'll see. I just think, I don't know. I just think they're going to ball out. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think it could be a lot closer than 82 to 18%. On the predictor. I mean, that's like, because what was the other game? The Charlotte game, right? It was a lot closer than they said. The Charlotte game was a lot. These guys, see, the thing is these teams that don't have a lot of like household name cereal box cover players, they ball out, dude. And you know what? If a team is gonna perform, like let's say if they play 82 games in a year, but that then say they're terrible, they only win like 25 of all those games, you can guarantee that they want a win against the Lakers to be in that list of 25 wins. Guaranteed. Every team that plays the Lakers, literally once they ball out, they play so hard. And I think that's what's crazy is the Lakers, if they're watching film or whatever, are watching this team that all of a sudden shows up to play LA, or we go to play them. If we go to play them, all of a sudden their arena's like the most crowded it's been. They're seeing the most ads leading. I mean, the Lake Show is coming to your city. You're gonna draw some serious action off of that. And then all of a sudden what that does is that gives you enough momentum, enough hype to actually play the best you've ever played. It's an interesting thing, and I've seen that a lot. I've seen that a lot against the Lakers where you might throw fuck, if that's the case, here, let me look at that again. Oh, that percentage? Sure, give me $500 on the Lakers money line. Okay, so what? So I got to bet this much to win this much. I don't care. But then all of a sudden, wait a minute. The guy who put $50 on Detroit and they win? Shit, he made more than I even put out in my initial bet. So, when stuff is really lopsided like that in sports, it's always kind of fun to really look at it and then like watch it right up to the game, and then obviously watch the game being a 7:30 game. Primetime game, okay? It's got to be at the crypto. That's gonna be a battle, dude. It's not a walk in the park by no means. So, shout out. Here we go, Lakers coming up. Let's move into a little bit of NFL, okay? Because obviously we do have the NFL big game. It's a big close down game coming up. What do you guys think, guys? Who's it gonna be? Okay. Who's it going to be? 49ers? You got the 49ers still, right? A lot of the guys at the league today, 49ers. Matter of fact, I played with Dino today. We were talking about him. He had a Kansas City putter grip, dude. Watch out. And I'll be honest with you, he putted pretty well. So I don't know if that's a sign. I don't know if that's telling us anything about the Super Bowl. But Dino, you might have done something today down in Long Beach with that putter, dude. Okay? Super Stroke Kansas City grip. Thing was moving. Thing was working. I got videos up on Gringo Golf. Check out the Gringo Golf on Instagram. Let me look. Yep, they're still up. You guys can go over there right now. You'll see a little bit of Dino. He actually had a shirt on that was the Kansas City colors. So he was dialed, dude. Okay? It was a good day to be out there, guys. If you're an NFL fan, should have been there. Guys had their stuff on. I saw Denver Broncos. I saw the Cowboys. I saw the 49ers. I saw Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, NFL ain't dead. NFL ain't over till it's over, bro. That was a good one. Later on in the season, I'm hearing that we might do an NFL, basically you wear your team's gear to a tournament. Maybe as like the NFL preseason kicks off and it gets a little bit later in the tournament or in the season for the MGA, we're going to do like everybody wears your team. So whatever, do I have to list all the teams? Say you're a Dolphins fan. Maybe you're a Eagles fan. A Saints fan. Yeah, who dat? So that'll be a good tournament. I'm excited for that because I've never done that. We've never done that in the league. So maybe we're going to change it up. Maybe we'll be the only chapter that does that. Do other chapters do that? Tap in. What chapter are you a part of? Okay? Little water here. So yeah, tap in, whatever chapter you're from, and let us know if you guys do the NFL day. We're going to jump right into the NFL. Speaking of the NFL and being out on grass and those types of things, guys, a little bit of information on the field this year. Last year, Super Bowl 57, I clearly remember. It was like, I don't even think we were through the first quarter and we were like, dude, what's up with this? What's up with this field? Because the guys were slipping around. It just, you could tell the way they were playing on it that something wasn't right. Something didn't seem right. The way they were slipping, the grass looked thin. It looked mushy. Well, come to find out, the field was so soft, slippery, and had holes that it was literally almost unplayable, and guys were actually having to switch their cleats and stuff throughout. And that was at the Arizona Cardinal Stadium, State Farm Stadium, and it was just a disaster. Chiefs, Eagles. I remember Jalen Hurts. He couldn't stick his foot in the ground. He couldn't cut. He couldn't do shit. It was a slip fest. I guess they had put the field because they do a similar field, I believe, down there like the Allegiant Stadium. They have this big slide-in tray, so the grass can actually slide out into, like, let's say the parking lot, and it grows in this giant tray where it's cut. It's watered, it gets sun, everything is taken care of it there, and then at a certain time, it gets rolled into the field, into the stadium, and that's the field, and it's a 2-layer field. Now, there's a lower layer that's actually turf, and that's I believe the field that the UNLV plays on. Okay? They're playing in Allegiant. When they have a big game or whatever the case is, so they have a turf field in the Allegiant Stadium, in the Raiders Stadium, but it's down lower. And the reason I know that is because I was reading a report where it takes the halftime show producers and lighting experts, it takes them multiple days and several hours per day to get the lighting program correct. And in order to do that, they actually have to roll the Super Bowl field back into the stadium to test all these lights and do that. Otherwise, the other field would be 4 feet lower, okay? Say the turf field, the bottom row, the bottom shelf. So the light dispersion, or whatever you want to call it, the way the light shines onto the field is different than it is 4 feet up. And they can't calculate that. They want to see the real deal holy field. So they roll that mother in there, and they do these hours and hours of all this light stuff, which the lights don't affect the field, but it's having to bring it in, and then they do the setup and the performance and the practice and all this stuff on the actual field itself. So I was reading in here how crazy that last year's at Arizona, not only did they do all that, but they had several, like they had the big college game, I think like the night before the Super Bowl. They had several other little like tournaments and things that took place on that grass leading up to the Super Bowl, and that it had been brought in at like only 21 days after the initial start process of the preparation of that grass, where this year it's being brought into the Allegiant Stadium, okay, after being set up for around 35 days, and no other performances or anything were taking place on it besides the necessary practice for the performers and the light show and stuff like that. So apparently it's been held under a lot higher scrutiny this year, and that they've got the field actually figured out. Because I tell you what, if I see guys slipping and sliding all over that place, I'm going to call somebody. I'm going to say some shit. Okay, go Niners. But anyway, so yeah, apparently that's where they're at, and I'm hoping that there's nothing like that that's going to hinder or mess around with this particular Super Bowl. I think the last one that they played, Kansas City and the 49ers, wasn't it when they were in New Orleans? Wasn't it when they were in our stadium? And we said, fuck that, dude. Kill the lights, Johnny. And we killed the lights on them, dude, and half the stadium went dark. And then, they tried to say, oh, shit, the Niners had the lead or something like. Yeah, it was a big controversy, dude. It was a big controversy, but you know what? We had nothing to do with it. Okay, I talked to the people down in New Orleans. We had nothing to do with it. The thing is the New Orleans stadium had been upgraded that season. That was like its initial major upgrade after all the flooding and everything. This was like a year or two after the initial upgrade. So some of the wiring and some of the fusing and stuff from the halftime show and the performance and the on and the off and the on and the off for a particular section of the wiring of that stadium, it was too much for it. So it actually it tested, and it killed the circuit, and that's why I think they only had like half the stadium or something like that was on, because of that exact. It was overloaded. It couldn't handle. It couldn't keep up with the modern on, off, this lights, all the different stuff. So it killed it, and that's what ended up happening. Further, we learned about that after, obviously, the Super Bowl. But that was interesting. I don't want to have anything like that in this Super Bowl. I don't need slippery, wet, dented grass, okay? I don't need, if it's weather and it's an outdoor arena or like whatever, you can't always put a Super Bowl in a dome. You can't always put it outside. It's going to land where it lands. But come on, dude. Okay? If that's the case, then leave the field that the Raiders play on all year. Leave it alone. We'll just play on that grass. We don't need a special blend. We don't need Kentucky rye mixed with, this and that. A tall fescue and a Bermuda, and this Powana grass is going to make for a better end zone. Like, dude, what are we doing, bro? Like, come on. And then not only that, the practice facility for the 49ers was an absolute shit show. Okay? So obviously they're doing everything they can. Hopefully they didn't hire the refs. What are the refs going to be? Who's the officiating crew? That's what I want to know. Do a little history on them. Okay? It's going to be interesting. I'm getting wound up, guys. Super Bowl's only a couple hours away. The Super Bowl's a couple hours away. A few players. I'm only going to shout out 2 players. I'm not going to go down a large list. I want you guys to keep an eye on 2 players tomorrow. Okay? 1 from each team. 2 guys that I think are actually going to perform pretty well and are going to have a little bit bigger day than they're maybe being led up to or whatever the case may be. But that's going to be Rashid Rice for the Kansas City Chiefs and Brandon Ayuk for the 49ers. They're both wide receivers. Rashid Rice, 938 yards this year, and Brandon Ayuk's over 1,300. Very, very rare. And I watch a lot of sports TV, a lot of shows, a lot of podcasts, everything. Are they talking about these 2 dudes? They're by no means maybe the best in the NFL, but you know what? They're the top 2, as far as I'm concerned, that are going into this game on Sunday, and everybody else on all the other teams is sitting at home. So we're going to talk Brandon Ayuk, okay, and Rashid Rice. Excuse me. Keep an eye on those guys this weekend. Keep an eye on them on Sunday, okay? Look for their hands in the air and the ball to be hitting them between them. I think it's going to be a fucking badass situation. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the bet, San Francisco is still -1.5. The over-under is 47.5. I'm taking over 47.5, okay? I want over 47.5 points for the Super Bowl. It's got to happen. I want a high flyer, okay? And you know what? I was all over Kansas City money line. I said it all along. Kansas City money line. Fuck it. Why not? Worst case scenario, I lose a little money. The Niners win. It's a win. Now I'm out. I'm staying away from Kansas City. I'm putting my money on San Francisco. Okay, you got to bet 120 to win 100. That's fine. Okay, we're going to do what we got to do. I want San Francisco. Okay, I want over 47.5. I'm staying away from the spread at 1.5 points because I want over 47.5. I want it to be high flying. I want it to be a close game. I want overtime. I want this to be the longest Super Bowl in history. I want a bloodbath. Go Brock Purdy. And let's see. And I'll tell you right now, if Kansas City does win, okay, if Kansas City does win it, good for them. But unless you're a Kansas City fan, it's not going to have that same punch to the NFL community as if you're not even a 49er fan, but just that if Kansas City loses, okay? So if you're a Kansas City fan, shout out to you. Stay strong, okay? I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating on you, okay? Way deep down inside of me, it's not going to surprise me if Kansas City wins. And I might even, sprinkle a little something on a few of the Kansas City players just to, put a little bacon on that donut. Put a little something on that donut. You know what I'm saying? get in there, get a little crazy. So Super Bowl's tomorrow. Okay. The next show, guys, post Super Bowl. We're going to talk about it. Okay. Were we right? Did we need to look out for Brandon Ayuk? Did we need to look out for Rashid Rice? Okay. We talked about some bets in the other episode. If you haven't heard them yet, before the Super Bowl starts, go back. Episode 4. We're talking about it. Lakers pregame. Pistons are on Tuesday, so we'll definitely be talking to you guys before then. We'll have a little shop date coming up, so we can kind of walk you by the hand and maybe bring a couple of things from the shop in here and show you. So that'll be a good update. I haven't forgot about the meat hook. I know I said on the next episode, but guys, we're coming off the MGA today. What a good time at the MGA today. What a blast. Okay. Lakers coming up. Let's go. Let's get another win. The crypto needs it. And go Niners, dude. Brock Purdy. Okay. Came in last year. He went a long way. Look at this year, all the way to the Super Bowl. Is he a game manager? Is that a bad thing? I'm hearing that's a bad thing. I think he's a great game manager. In fact, if you're a game manager, that means you're doing everything right. Okay? So, Canadips. Check them out. Canadips. Instagram. You can go on their Instagram on Canadips. You can go through their bio and check out their site. Order a couple of cans of dip. Check them out. It's got me off the nicotine. It's got me off the tobacco. And I haven't felt this good in a really long time. So, thank you guys again. I appreciate it. And stay mediocre. We'll see you guys out there. Thanks.